This episode of the Crack House Chronicles is brought to you by Betterhelp. Is there something interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals? Betterhelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist.
You can start communicating in under 48 hours. This is not a crisis line or a self-help line. It's professional counseling done securely online.
Now, Dale, this is a broad range of expertise that is available, which may not be locally available in many areas.
Yeah, this service is available for clients worldwide.
Worldwide?
Worldwide.
And you can log into your account anytime and send a message to your counselor. You'll get a timely and thoughtful response, plus you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, so you don't have to worry about sitting in an uncomfortable waiting room and waiting on a traditional therapist.
Yeah, which is really good in this time. You don't really want to go and sit in the waiting room with a bunch of people with stuff going on that's going on today.
Sitting there with a mask on and, yeah,
it's no good. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches. And if you don't like your counselor, it's pretty easy to change.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
It's more affordable than traditional online counseling, and financial aid is available.
That's always good right there.
That's awesome. Yeah. And BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today.
That's right. So visit their website and read the testimonials. They're posted there daily.
All right, Dale. Visit BetterHelp.com/CHC. That's Better, HELP. And you can join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional.
That's right. In fact, so many people are using it now, they're actually recruiting counselors in all 50 states. So a special offer for our listeners, you can get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/CHC. You got to use the code word betterhelp.com/CHC.
Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome to the Crack House Chronicles. I am Donnie, your host, and with me is a man that goes to the liquor store and wears his glasses just so he'll look responsible. It's Dale.
That's right, reading glasses anyway.
Oh, yeah, you got to read the labels on liquor bottles.
Got the ones with little diamonds on the side.
Yeah.
Them dollar store specials, baby.
They don't check your ID with those on.
Heck no, that little pearl thing, it holds them around your neck.
Oh, yeah.
That gets you right over here every time.
That's it, man. What's going on today, bud?
What's going on? What's happening with you?
I'm glad to get back in the Crack House and
Man,
do an episode. We've had some things going on. And
yeah, first I had stuff going on, then you had stuff going on, and we got stuff going on. But today, we got some stuff going on.
Oh, yeah, we got this going on
How about
today.
that?
That's right.
Yep.
That's it. You got any shout-outs for any housekeeping for us, bud?
Yeah, I do actually get a few shout-outs for some folks who picked up some picks from us.
Picks.
Shout out to Jeff Williams. Shout out to Chris Cook. And shout out to Chris Martin. All of them got picks and sticker packs for doing all of them liking. They liked us on the Facebook and followed us on Instagram, and they went and subscribed to our YouTube channel, and you should too.
That's exactly right.
Get you some goodies.
That's it. And check out our social media, Instagram and all that stuff, and give us a like, give us a follow, check out our website, check out the store page.
Yeah, about something.
Yeah, and as of this recording, things are 35% off, but it probably won't be after we drop this episode, but we'll throw that in there.
You tried, did you?
I tried, but still go on there and get you a t-shirt, get you a mask, get you a mug, get you a phone case.
That's right.
Get you some merch and support the Crack House Chronicles.
Yeah, like I do.
That's it. I support them every day.
We got a shout out to Garrett Payne. It's a friend of ours who just recently picked us up and started checking out the show. I want to give him a shout out. Appreciate you listening there, Garrett. And also, drum roll, Donnie. We have a major shout out to Unknown Passage Podcast. Man, they really have put us over on Instagram, and they love our show, and we love theirs. And man, they just gave us a super rating and sent a good many folks over to check us out. And we just want to return the favor and ask everybody, if you want to hear a good podcast, jump over and check out Unknown Passage Podcast. You have some good friends of ours from Australia. It's basically a podcast that are covering missing and murdered overseas travelers, and there's a lot of really cool stories on there. Especially, just really recommend episode 38. It's a two-parter about the murder of Desiree Gibbon in Jamaica. It's a really cool story, and then it's just a great interview with Desiree's mom.
Yeah,
so,
check them out, guys.
So check them out. It's really good, and we really appreciate you guys putting us over.
That's exactly right.
All right, then, Donnie. Let's roll.
All right, man. We're going to get into our episode this week, man. And it is a North Carolina episode.
Surprise.
No, yeah. We stay on a little local kick every once in a while. And,
yeah, it's good to be homies.
Yep. And this is not far. It's probably, about an hour and a half away from us.
Yeah. Somewhere about there.
It's
depending on traffic.
Yeah. It's in Cabarrus County in the town of Concord, North Carolina.
Yeah. Home of George South. Shout out George South.
Yeah. And this happened at the Sundrop Bottling Company on June 13th, 2008.
That is a Friday.
Friday the 13th.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah. But anyway, this was on Friday the 13th, 2008, June. And that morning at the Sundrop Bottling Company, there were only 3 people in the bottling company. There was an office worker. Her name was Donna Barnhart.
Yep. Manager, right? Office manager.
She was an office manager.
Yeah.
There were 2 in the back. I don't know what they were doing back in the back.
We'll say they're warehouse folks.
I would say so.
Okay.
But they were in the very back.
Right.
And I don't know why, we've talked about this off there, why there were only 3 people there on a Friday.
Yeah, it did. It kind of hit me strange because this happened somewhere around 10 o'clock in the morning on a Friday, and there was only 3 employees in the building. But anyway,
we don't know the exact time. That's just what we're hearing from police reports.
Yeah,
it was around 10 o'clock.
We're guesstimating.
Around 10 o'clock.
Right.
And there was another guy involved in this, and his name was Daryl Knowles.
Right.
And Daryl was there just to put in an application.
Yeah, he was an outer work fiber optic technician.
Yeah.
When you say?
Splicer, yeah.
Yeah.
He had a pretty big job, but he got laid off when his company got bought out by Windstream.
Yeah, which is a high-speed internet phone company or something. Yeah.
They had a layoff, and he was out of work. And everything I'd heard, that he was just trying to find a part-time job just to make ends meet until he found something, in his field.
Yeah, because it seems like that'd be a downgrade to me from fiber optic splicer to part-time Sundrop worker.
Yeah.
But I guess you take what you can get.
But he was there just to put in an application.
He did love some Sundrop.
Oh, yeah. Now, the other lady, the office worker there, Donna Barnhart, she had been there for about 18 years. She grew up in California, in Paradise, California, and went to Paradise High School. And she joined the Navy after high school. She served for 3 years in Vietnam.
Right.
And she was stationed in Fort Myers, Virginia, and she worked at the Pentagon with intelligence.
Yeah, because when she was in school in the military, she was in a decoder school or something, right?
Yeah, and that's what she did for the Pentagon, decoding messages, dealing with the war.
Yeah, it was like 67 people in her class, and there was only 2 ladies, and she was number 1 in the class.
Top of her class.
Yeah, so yeah, she's a right smart lady.
Yeah, but she was the office manager there at the Sundrop. I guess later in life she just found something a little bit low key to.
Yeah, she went to school again in UNC Charlotte and got her degree, and then she was doing some kind of teaching.
She got a degree in sociology.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she taught at the local high schools there, and she even ran a children's clothing store, I think, for a while.
Right. So she was just doing all kinds of stuff, and then she ran across this Sundrop job, and she must have really liked it because she was there 18, 19 years. 18 years. So.
She also ran the scoreboard at the Charlotte Motor Speedway.
That's right.
Yeah. So she had a pretty outstanding life. And during her time in California, she was a babysitter for Jim Backus.
Yeah, Thurston Howell III.
Yeah, on Gilligan's Island. She babysitted his kids.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
He also done the voice of Mr. Magoo, but a lot of people don't remember that.
You done it again.
Yeah.
Boy, that sucked.
Anyway. Yeah. She had a pretty prestigious life.
Yeah, she done a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so that morning at the Sundrop Bottling Company, it was around 10 o'clock. Daryl was in there putting his application in. Daryl's wife took him to the Sundrop Bottling Company to put in an application.
Yeah, said they had been running some errands earlier that morning, and she drove him by to drop off his application.
Yeah.
And she even offered to go in and take it in for him.
She did.
Yeah, and he's like, nah, just run it in and drop it off right quick.
Mm-hmm. And sometime about that time, somebody comes into the lobby there, and everything I've read, Dale, that it looked like a robbery.
Yeah.
But
it's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah. But he ended up killing Daryl Knowles and Donna Barnhart.
Yeah, both were shot with, they say there's a lot of details that have not been released, so we really tried to find a lot of stuff.
And there's not a lot on this case.
Not that we didn't try, but there's a lot of stuff that we like. But they were killed with a handgun, though make, model, or caliber is not known.
No, I'm sure they know, but they're not releasing all that stuff.
I mean, not known to us.
Yeah, exactly. But I've heard different things, and who is driving down the road thinking there's a lot of money at a Sundrop Bottling Company?
Not me, because it's not that big a place. We looked it up. I mean, I guess they got I don't know if it's was the actual bottling company. It looked more like a warehouse with a little lobby on the front to me. But what do I know? I don't know how big an operation that is. But it's not a really like a giant building or anything.
Well, what I read, that particular bottling company bottled about 5,000 a day.
Well, I guess it is a bottling company.
I guess it is.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I guess that size building is what you need to make 5,000 bottles a day.
Yeah.
Okay.
They averaged about 5,000 Sundrops a day.
Well, that's good because Sundrop's good.
Yeah, but let's just give a little bit of background on Sundrop, Dale.
Yeah.
It is a local southern soft drink here in North Carolina.
And it's so good.
And it is nationwide, but I think it's limited nationwide. Yeah, it's really good.
We can't let all y'all have it. No.
But it's kind of, it's kind of along the lines of, Mountain Dew or something like that.
It's better Mountain Dew.
Oh, it's better, way better.
It's a citrus drink. They're that close. But Mountain Dew is more, where it's, let's say, sweet, sugary, kind of, don't want to say thick, but it's a little bit different. Sundrop's more bright and sunny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really good.
It is.
So if you're ever out and you see a Sundrop somewhere,
stop and get you one.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you can get one in a bottle or a glass bottle. You hold it up and you see them little citrusy things floating around. That's the good stuff.
Yeah, well, it has orange juice in it.
Yeah.
It's easy to see the pulp in it.
It's good stuff.
Oh, man, it's dang good.
That and a hunk of liver mush.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all don't know nothing about no liver mush either. Anyway, back to the story.
But anyway.
My bad.
It was said that this person, he was described as a black male wearing a ball cap with shoulder-length dreadlocks.
Right. Hang on a second. We need to back up a second.
All right.
Because there was we read that apparently somebody had come and tried to gain entry to this building about an hour previous.
About 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Now, how we know this, we don't know. That's just what was in the research. Mm-hmm. I don't know who gave that information. And I don't think they had surveillance.
And that's what the police are reporting.
Yeah.
And this was 2008, so I don't think there was a lot of cameras around.
Right. So I don't know where that came from, but it is in the findings that somebody came by, rattled the doors, trying to gain entry, unless maybe the office worker was there then and the doors were locked and they just heard it. Mm-hmm. And it's not sure whether it was the same guy, but later they said that the guy that was there earlier matched the description of the drone.
About an hour later, around 10 o'clock.
How they know, I don't know.
I don't know. They're not telling us.
This is just weird.
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I just want to throw that in there.
But yeah, he around 10 o'clock, he went in to rob the place. That's what they're saying.
Right.
And he ended up killing Daryl Knowles and Donna Barnhart. And he left. It was reported as a sighting that he had a box.
Right. Saying that one of those two guys in the back actually heard the shots, come looking and saw the guy going out the door. Mm-hmm. So apparently they saw, I don't know, the back of this guy with a hat and blue jeans and a white shirt and dreadlocks carrying a box running out the door.
Running across the parking lot, across the road.
So how they get a description and a drawing of his face, I don't know. And unless, Daryl's wife took him there to get the application. Yeah, she's sitting in the parking lot the whole time.
Yeah, and she never heard a gunshot.
So
according to her,
yeah,
she never heard a gunshot.
Now you look it up. How many parking spots is in front of this building?
We looked it up, and there's not many.
There's not many.
And it doesn't look like the little office area up front is
that big.
It's one door going in and one door coming out.
It looked like it does.
Yep.
We tried to find.
Yeah, so it's pretty contained right there. It's not a big area.
Right. I don't think he had silencers because the guy in the back heard it. So
Yeah.
if he heard it in the back of the building, you would think she would have heard it outside in the car.
And I've heard too that the building could have absorbed that sound, but I don't know.
I ain't buying that.
Unless you're sitting in there with the. This is June, and I don't think she's sitting there with the windows up.
No, not unless you had the AC running.
Yeah, I don't. I
And the
think
music on. It was 10 in the morning. Probably wasn't too bad by then.
no, but I don't think she was leaving the car running.
No. They probably didn't have the money, did they?
No, especially looking for a job.
Right. Did she have a job at this time?
No, she didn't. She had actually. This is related to the story, Dale. During this time, at the time of her husband's killing, she was under investigation. Her name is Tressie Hackett Knowles.
How you spell that?
Tressy.
Tressie.
Hackett Knowles.
That's a first for me.
And she was under investigation for embezzlement. She was a finance person for Spectrum.
Like the cable company?
Yes, and she was under investigation for embezzling $60,000 from them. So I think she was unemployed. Yeah, so this is something we're going to get into. This is this is very,
I'll
very.
make a note of that.
This is very fishy to me. Now the authorities have reported that her embezzlement and her husband's death are not related. They're not related.
Okay.
But I'm gonna tell you, I smell fish all over it. To me, I do.
It's pretty convenient, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
Okay, back with the story. I'm sorry, I got us off track.
That's all right. Yeah, she don't hear him in the car, and he is seen running out across the parking lot, across the road, and down through the woods in the field.
Now, he is seen by the employees,
Yes.
not by her.
Not by her.
In the parking lot.
We do not know what she told the police, Tressie.
Right. She said she was sitting in the car all this time. She didn't know. She thought maybe that he had got an interview or had been given a job right off the bat.
Because he told her he was going there and he's going to get that
He's
job.
going to get that job. He loved him Sundrop. So,
Mm-hmm.
so she didn't know what was going on. Maybe he's doing that, and it's like, and then she sat there long enough till the emergency vehicle started showing up.
Yeah.
And she didn't know why.
And she called her daughter.
Yeah. And then more vehicles showed up, so she knew something serious was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So she thought, well, maybe somebody got hurt in the warehouse.
And Daryl's in there helping somebody.
Right. And then as the more showed up, she knew it was more serious than that.
Mm-hmm.
So he thought, well, maybe somebody's a little more hurt than she thought. But so the whole time gunshots going off, she sat there long enough for all the emergency vehicles to show up and still sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
So that would say that if she seen somebody come flying out of the door carrying a box and running, and then the emergency vehicle showed up, you would think she would put two and two together.
You'd think.
I don't know.
You know, thinking back and putting all the pieces together after she knew what happened.
Yeah, at least jump out and run and see what the heck's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially if you seen some dude running. Well, I don't know. Maybe you thought that dude was running unless he was carrying a gun.
Mm-hmm. Now, at this time, Dale, this Sundrop Bottling Company was owned by John King. And at this time, him and his wife and family, they were on vacation in Oak Island, North Carolina.
Yeah, is that down there at the Outer Banks?
It is out there at the Outer Banks. And they got a call and told them what had happened.
Yeah.
And they made the trek back to Concord.
Right.
And we have that audio clip from John King right now.
All right.
As far as an employee, she was loyal. She was very dedicated, hardworking. More than that, she was a friend. She'd been with us for 18 years. We've lost a family member and a friend. It'll never be the same around there. That's all I can really say is my life is much better knowing her the time I knew her.
You know, John King talking about Donna, that, you know, she was well thought of.
Yeah, he's pretty broke up about it.
Yeah, you can tell in his voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, pretty sad for him, especially if you go on vacation, next thing you get that kind of call, you know. You're not expecting that at all.
Have to come back, not even coming back. And when he got back there, and it hadn't even the crime scene hadn't even been cleaned up.
No, the bodies were gone, but the
blood and
yeah,
the blood.
I was
and,
gonna say the mess was still there, but that didn't sound too appropriate.
yeah, I mean, can you imagine walking in and spot, seeing that.
Yeah, knowing your friend has been there for almost 19 years.
Yeah.
That's all that's left.
Yep.
Mm.
Can't even imagine.
So anyway, after the guy runs out the door, apparently, carrying the box, apparently, that we don't know what it is. Maybe it's a petty cash box. Don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It was apparently or something, a box or something that looks similar to a box. We really don't know. But anyway, after he takes off and running, he runs down and runs across the highway and into the woods. That's the end we see him.
There's nothing left. They've searched them woods and they can't find anything unless he had a car waiting for him or somebody waiting for him.
Right. They had dogs. They had helicopters. They had everything going. And this is pretty dang quick.
Yeah.
They had him out there looking for this fella. And it's not like it's way out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there's some woods around it, but it runs back into residential, a little bit. So he's just vanished that quick.
Yep.
So it's just crazy. So I don't know. We don't know.
And that is my question too. Who, there's other businesses around there. If he's needing a quick cash grab,
right? Why a bottling company?
Yeah, there's other stores around there. If he could rob real quick and be gone.
So I don't know if it's
probably get more money too.
You think it's a robbery?
I don't know.
I just don't. Like you said, it just don't. When you go, ooh, bottling company, I bet they got a lot of money there.
Mm-hmm.
And why would they have cash on hand anyway, unless it was just a petty cash box?
Yeah, because
they
didn't pay employees by cash.
No. Or no.
I mean,
they might have a sack of quarters in there, have a drink machine or something, but
yeah, I'm sure they had cash on hand,
but not enough to go in and kill two people to get it.
But this was a pretty big bottling company. It supplied several counties around, so I'm sure they had big money flow. And I don't know when deposits were made or anything like that, unless he staked this out for a while.
Yeah, but if he's carrying a box, he ain't like he's carrying a bucket full of quarters.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just very odd to me. I think there's something more to it than a robbery.
Yeah,
and I think it was something to do with maybe the lady, or maybe I don't know. I don't think. Are you thinking it's a setup with the other lady and the husband, which is odd because I don't know. I'd heard that it was like, well, it had to be against Donna because nobody knew that Daryl was going to be there. Well, nobody knew that, but his wife,
Tressie.
Yeah, Tressie. She knew, but so I don't know. But I'm thinking the guy's already in there when Daryl gets there. Got to be.
Yeah,
and maybe he's in there getting some kind of papers, maybe some kind of paperwork, some kind of. I don't know. It's just really confusing because robbery just does not make any sense to me.
Yeah, look, nobody. I mean, if the ones that worked there described him, and they didn't recognize him. They just give a description of him, and I don't think he worked there at any point.
Yeah, if they did, they didn't say that, or at least the police didn't release that information. And it's kind of. I will say it. It's kind of shitty of the police to right now. They know a lot more than they're telling, and it's been 12 years, and they're still not giving out details to help solve this crime.
I know. Yeah, but getting back to Daryl that was killed and his wife Tressie that took him there.
Yeah, I'm
gonna tell you, I do. I think it's fishy with her up for embezzlement, being investigated, and her husband's murdered. I've always wondered how much life insurance did he have?
Right.
Yeah.
I
mean, did she plan something? I mean, I'm not.
So on this embezzlement deal, what was the counts on that? How far did that go back?
With her embezzlement.
Because I'm thinking, well, if he lost his job and he don't have no more splicing to do, then maybe she's panicking and starts taking money, but did it go back farther than that?
It was from 2004 to 2008.
Ooh, yeah, so it did go back farther than
that. That's when they investigated that far back.
Because he was only out of work 6 months or so? Yeah, so, okay, so I was just wondering, so, yeah, you could be onto something there.
Mm-hmm. And the police say that the two are not related at all. And I don't know if they're just, throwing shade there just to, make her relax, get her comfortable. Let something happen.
Yeah. Well.
But
what did she get for that?
She got a suspended probation. Yeah, a Class H felony, which was 60 months, 5 years probation.
So
she didn't have any offenses before this.
So she stole $60,000 and got probation.
5 years probation. Yeah.
I wonder if she had to give money back.
Yeah, I hadn't even heard anything on that.
I wonder if she paid her money off of life insurance.
I don't know.
Surely not, because then they would say something might be connected.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying it's kind of fishy, man.
So that's definitely a theory.
Yeah.
I don't know. I buy that better than, okay, I saw a black guy with a hat with some shoulder length dreads and a white shirt and some blue jeans running out the door with a box.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
And then you got a drawing of his face.
Yeah.
And we'll post that drawing.
Yeah, we've got a composite drawing.
Yeah. It's just a real, I don't know, how do you give that such a blame? You hear a gunshot when you hear a gunshot go off, you come running, you look, you see a guy running out the door. Well, looks to be carrying a box.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it, man.
They never found him. I don't know. It's just, he got gone awful quick.
Yep. And I know the John King, the owner of the Sundrop Bottling Company, he put up $50,000 reward.
Yeah.
For this, anybody knew anything. And then at the time, the governor of North Carolina at the time, Mike Easley, he raised it to $85,000, and it still holds today.
So they still don't know anything, right?
No, there's been nothing on this. They're no closer now, and the police will not release a lot of information on this. There's this, like me and Dale said, there's not a lot on this. You can read news articles, but the police hadn't released a lot of stuff with it.
So really we ain't got much more to tell you.
We wanted to cover this case because there's it hadn't been covered a lot, and there's not much on it,
and it's not far down the road, so maybe we can get somebody's memory. Maybe you saw something.
Yeah. And I know the days and weeks after this happened, family and police were there at the intersection where this is. They passed out flyers for weeks.
They even had one of the cars in a NASCAR race with the pictures of the victims on it.
Yeah.
Hoping somebody would jog their memory and remember something if they saw that that photo.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we'll post photos of Donna Barnhart and Daryl Knowles on our social medias, and the drawing of the perpetrator.
Yeah.
And maybe somebody will know something somewhere.
Yeah, so I guess basic timeline is somebody showed up early, tried to get into the place, apparently. Mm-hmm. And then I guess later they opened, and then after Daryl and his wife run their errands, they pulled up at 9:30, 10ish, somewhere in there, we don't really know, to drop off his application. He goes in the door and never comes out.
Yep.
And then apparently somebody in the back hears a couple gunshots, sees a guy running out the door with a box, and the wife never sees nothing. She's still sitting in the parking lot the whole time.
Yep.
And the guy, from what we looked at, I don't see how he could have left any other way except for come out that front door.
There's no other door.
Unless it's coming out the back, and it looked like it was maybe fenced in back there.
Yeah, there's only one door in the front.
He would have to go, way back through the warehouse and run out. And with the guys coming the other way, he would have to go out the front door. So it had to be right there.
Yeah.
Right there, and then run down across Dale Earnhardt Boulevard and down through the woods.
Yeah.
And
jump the guardrail and go down through the woods.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And maybe he had a car down there. Maybe he had somebody waiting on him. But that's why you think, man, there had to be something more to it than him thinking stealing a petty cash box.
Yeah.
And there was talk of maybe it was somebody who was affiliated with them, like that worked not actually for the company, but worked, had other dealings with them. Maybe they knew something was in the safe or something in there. Maybe, I don't know what. And they had to wait till there was somebody there. And they went early hoping that she would be in there by herself with the door open. But she had it locked, and they still got in. Mm-hmm. And then when the other guy walked in to turn in his application, he was just
wrong place,
wrong time.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Wrong place at wrong time for him. But
according to Donnie's spider sense, your fish sense.
Yeah, I say she's sketchy, man.
So something's up with that.
Yeah, I really do. All right.
So I guess she's free and clear now, right? It's been 5 years.
Yeah, this is. It was in 2013.
Yeah, so
when she was sentenced.
So her probation's up, so she's good to go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if anybody has any information on this, they can contact the Concord Police Department. They can contact Crime Stoppers.
You can contact me. I could use $85,000.
That's it. I'd love to be able to solve this crime.
Yeah.
But that's all I got, Dale.
All right, man. I know there's not a lot to it, and I know you wanted to do this case, and I think we did it justice. So,
that's it. And we got the news out there.
Yeah.
All right. We want everyone to be safe, be careful, and always be aware of your surroundings.
Because the next episode could be about you.
This is the Crack House Chronicles.